Welcome to Conversations and Courage with Imani Capri. I am Imani Capri, the #1 energy elevation coach, and I am so grateful and thankful that you have joined me or tuned in today. Whether you watching this on YouTube or some other awesome visual outlet, or listening to the podcast version of the show, I want to welcome you and thank you for joining me. In case you are new to the Conversations and Courage family, let me tell you a little bit about the show and who I am. So first off, my name is Imani Capri, and again, I go by the moniker of #1 energy elevation coach, and I help people to transform their relationship with fear and stagnation by helping them to tap into hidden keys to unlock deeper levels of courage, healing, resilience, and transformation. I do this in a variety of ways. I am a certified Reiki practitioner, a certified meditation coach. I am also a motivational speaker, freelance journalist with a degree, bachelor's degree from Kent State University in broadcast journalism. I also hold a master's degree from Kent State University as well in digital storytelling and marketing. And part of how I help people tap into their deeper levels of courage and healing is through using the different modalities of Reiki, of meditation, of coaching to help people really tap into the power that they have within. I have a very unique personal story, and in future episodes, I will delve more deeply into my personal story. But in this introductory episode, I want to share with you that part of my journey has included being a survivor of almost a decade of childhood sexual abuse. In my early 20s, I was introduced to Nichiren Buddhism and chanting Nam-myoho Renge Kyo like Tina Turner, and what's love got to do with it? And starting to study Nichiren Buddhism really set my life on a totally different path. A path of healing that allowed me to break out of and transform what I would call a victim mindset, looking at the world and everything that had happened to me in a way that made me feel powerless. When I was introduced to Nichiren Buddhism and I started chanting Nam-myoho Renge Kyo, I started tapping into the fact that my life was intrinsically valuable. That journey led me to ultimately prosecuting my abuser, who is now serving 20 plus years in prison. Over the next years, after going through 2 trials against my abuser, there was a lot of other healing that needed to take place. I did several rounds of therapy and, just start studying different things to really learn how to heal myself from that childhood trauma. Throughout the course of my healing journey, I at one point had the opportunity to start speaking within my Buddhist community. That's how I tapped into my gift as a motivational speaker. That then gave me the opportunity to contribute part of my story to an anthology called Things We Haven't Said: Survivors of Sexual Trauma Speak Out. In contributing my story to that book, I met a woman by the name of Dina Black at the book signing here in Cleveland, Ohio, back in about 2018. She and I came together and we hit it off in such a phenomenal way. She approached me about co-creating a radio show to help encourage survivors of sexual abuse, assault, domestic violence, human trafficking, all of those tragedies, to, shift the culture and conversation about these issues to one of healing, courage, resilience, and transformation. And so back in September of 2018, she and I and one of my best friends came together and started a radio show called Truth Be Told on 95.9 FM WOVU Cleveland, which at the time was a new radio station in Cleveland, Ohio, a new FM station. We were on the air with that show for several years. And during the time that we had the opportunity to start that show. I also was approached by the general manager at WOVU, shout out to Mr. Jay Williams, about creating a second show to air on WOVU, and Conversations Encourage with Imani Capri was born. That show, also born in 2018, is a platform that I created that was dedicated to interviewing interesting people, doing powerful, positive things with a courageous spirit, not only in Northeast Ohio, where I am located, but all around the world. In recent years, I have also decided that Conversations Encourage is carving space as the #1 platform celebrating courage, healing, resilience, and transformation. Now, this show, Conversations Encourage with Imani Capri, still airs on WOVU in Cleveland, 95.9 FM. You can listen anywhere in the world at wovu.org or via the WOVU app on Tuesdays at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I am so grateful to have been able to be on the air at WOVU for the last 5 years and continuing to grow and expand this show. Truth be told is no longer on the air at WOVU, but we are expanding Conversations Encourage. And so this is why I am giving a brief introduction about myself in the show, because now we are turning Conversations Encourage into a podcast and distributing this show and other content in many places and spaces, intentionally to grow the Conversations Encourage tribe. So this year in 2023, one way that I am creating some expansion with the show, I have added 2 new co-hosts. Dr. Kareem R. Ellis, who is an accomplished motivational speaker and also goes by the moniker of the #1 breakthrough strategist, is also co-hosting here on the show, along with Dr. Shaman Ra, who is based in Atlanta, Georgia. He is another friend, mentor, and coach of mine, who is a shaman, a healer, an awesome coach. These 2 gentlemen, who are, again, friends and coaches of mine, are now co-hosting the show with me this year. Part of my intention for bringing co-host into the show after 5 years of being on the air is because I really want 2023 to be the year for Conversations Encourage, that we reach and teach even more people how to have life-changing breakthroughs, how to identify the things that may have been holding them back, and what they can do to start creating the positive, healing, courageous changes in themselves and in their lives to live more fulfilling lives. This is my work. This is inspired from the healing journey that I have traveled myself. I've also had the awesome pleasure of studying with Mr. Les Brown, pioneer motivational speaker in the motivational speaking industry. He's also come on the show, and that footage will be available soon for you to see. There are many other people over the course of the last 5 years who have come on the Conversations Encourage platform, and I am so excited to be beginning to post and distribute the video footage of these interviews and continuing to interview awesome people and share those interviews with you, so that you can learn about other courageous individuals all around the world who have faced all kinds of levels of fear, of obstacles, of traumas, you name it, but who have tapped into the power within and transformed those fears, transformed those obstacles. And they are sharing their gems and their practical tips and wisdom on how you can do the same for your life. That's what Conversations Encourage is about. And I'm so happy to introduce my baby to the world, to expand the Conversations Encourage audience and family. I hope that you will follow us wherever you are hearing and seeing this message or this episode. Follow us on YouTube. Imani Capri is my channel on YouTube. Make sure that you tap into the podcast version of Conversations in Courage on all streaming platforms. And again, you can also listen to the show, the radio show itself, on wovu.org and also the WOVU app, available in your Google Play and Apple app stores on Tuesdays at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. There's so much more that I want to share with you about myself and about this phenomenal show, and I will in upcoming episodes. But now I just wanted to, introduce myself, introduce the show, and welcome you to the Conversations in Courage family. Conversations in Courage is more than a show. It's a movement to change millions of lives all around the world. And what has started as a radio show in my hometown of Cleveland, Ohio, is growing and traveling all around the world. And I'm happy to have reached your ear gates and ask you to continue rocking out with us and supporting the awesome mission of Conversations in Courage. So I am Imani Capri, the #1 energy elevation coach. I welcome you to Conversations in Courage with Imani Capri and Dr. Kareem R. Ellis, the #1 breakthrough strategist, Dr. Shaman Ra, who also says what's on the inside manifests on the outside. Welcome to the family, and get ready for some awesome episodes coming in all digital outlets near you. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll talk to you again soon. Until next time.